Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Kaiti Blake here. It's about 4:40 on your Thursday afternoon, and we do have some severe weather ongoing across parts of South Texas this afternoon. I want to start with a bigger picture look at what we have going on. We're under a severe thunderstorm watch. All counties across the KSAT viewing area, including San Antonio and Bexar County, until 11 p.m. tonight. So what this means is that severe storms will be possible through about 11 p.m. tonight across the KSAT viewing area. The main concerns here are going to be for hail and also for some damaging winds. So let's get right to radar. We do have two severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing right now, along with a flash flood warning, and we're going to touch on all of these right now. So closest to San Antonio, north of Bexar County, north of San Antonio, is this severe thunderstorm that's mainly impacting Canyon Lake right now. This severe thunderstorm warning is going to go until 5 p.m. this afternoon. I'm going to switch sides here. And this is for Comal and Hays counties, just really the far southwestern portion of Hays County, mainly for a portion of Comal County, north of New Braunfels, but this does include Canyon Lake. We've had a lot of lightning with this storm, some hail produced with this storm as well. We could have some winds here up to 60 miles per hour and also some hail up to about the size of quarters. We have gotten some viewer pictures of hail a little bit smaller than the size of quarters through our KSAT social media site. So this is definitely a strong storm. Something else that the National Weather Service is watching, and this just came through our chat a couple of minutes ago, is that there's a different little look to this storm now. A part of this storm, it looks like, is starting to sag a little bit further south, and at first glance, it looks like there could be maybe a hook echo starting to develop, and we're going to look at velocity in just a second. But another part of this line of storms here off to the south, north of Bulverde and impacting Bernie, a lot of rain has been falling in the same spot over the past hour or so because of these storms. So a flash flood warning has also been issued for far northern Bexar County, Comal, Hays, and Kendall counties, and that's going to go until 7:30 p.m. So radar estimates that at least 2 inches of rain have fallen in a lot of spots that are inside this green box, and more rain is likely as these storms move very slowly. So this rain is not letting up. Our ground is very saturated, so that's why there's a flash flood warning issued. So let's actually go back to the storm that's over Canyon Lake. The National Weather Service was watching for possibly a little bit of rotation here. And the best way for us to see rotation is to look at something called velocity. So that's measuring wind direction and speed. And if we were looking for a tornado possible, we would want to see red and green right next to each other in a rotating motion. The National Weather Service was watching this little area just off to the east of Canyon Lake. This does not look like a great rotation signature, so that's good because that means there's a lower chance that there's a tornado developing just to the east of Canyon Lake. But regardless, there are some strong winds in that storm, and it's something that needs to be watched as this storm continues to move off to the northeast. So this will be moving away from Canyon Lake and into southern Hays County here very shortly. Again, it's only moving at about 15 miles per hour, so these are slow movers, but that should stay north of San Marcos, which is some good news, but still plenty of lightning there in that storm. I want to take you a little bit further west. We've been watching another very strong storm that's been moving through Edwards County for the past couple of hours, and now is moving out of Edwards County and into Real County. This storm is still off to the west of Lakey, but this storm has also had a history of producing damaging hail. One of our weather watchers in Rock Springs called in and said, well to his west, so well to the west of Rock Springs, hail was reported that actually did some damage to cars. So not in Rock Springs, but off to the west. And this storm has been tracking off to the southeast ever since. Now it looks a lot weaker than it did when that damage occurred, so that's good, but there still could be some larger hail in here, closer to the size of quarters or so. Still a lot of lightning in this storm. It looks just to go south of Lakey and then into northern Uvalde County here. And this storm is also moving fairly slowly, only at about 15 miles per hour or so. So there is an ongoing severe thunderstorm warning just south of Lakey into northern Uvalde County, and then this far slither there of Uvalde County. So that's until 5 p.m. Here's the hail report on this storm, or the radar signature for hail on this storm. And there is a nice little hail core here that looks to be moving out of Camp Wood. Again, that would slide just to the south of Lakey. And this is actually kind of best case scenario because any larger hail would stay south of Lakey and also north of Concan. So this particular storm is showing signs of weakening, which is also good, but we've got plenty of other scattered thunderstorm activity out there. It looks like we've actually got a new severe thunderstorm warning just to the north of Del Rio out in Valverde County. That would be closer to the Comstock area. I don't believe that includes Del Rio. But another thing here, we've got a cold front that's dropping in. And so that's a boundary that could act as a trigger for showers and thunderstorms. But we've also got the outflow boundaries that a lot of these storms are putting out as they're falling apart. And so all of those different boundaries bumping into each other acts as a trigger for new thunderstorm development. And that's kind of the game we're playing this afternoon. Where are these boundaries going to bump into each other? Where are new showers and thunderstorms going to develop? So as we continue through the late afternoon, early evening hours, we expect more scattered thunderstorm activity to be possible, but rain chances will continue tonight and into tomorrow and even into the first half of the day on Saturday. So we're expecting another couple inches of rain in localized spots that see these strong thunderstorms over the next few hours, and then some more showers tomorrow. And that could result in some localized flash flooding issues. That's what we're already starting to see up closer to Canyon Lake, the northern portion of Bexar County, into Comal and Kendall County. So in the short term this evening, we've got the severe thunderstorm risk, but into Friday and then also into the first part of the day on Saturday, we could have more localized flash flooding issues develop as heavy rain continues. Again, just one more kind of look at the big picture here. What we have going on, we've got a severe thunderstorm moving into far western Valverde County. That's the Comstock area that looks to be north of Del Rio. We've got a weakening but still very strong thunderstorm moving south of Leakey, north of Concan, out in Edwards, now moving into Uvalde County. And then a little bit closer to home, we have this severe thunderstorm near Canyon Lake. This is moving away from Canyon Lake into Hays County, but this will stay west of San Marcos and west of I-35. But if you're in western Hays County, this will be heading your direction, and that severe thunderstorm will continue to move off to the northeast fairly slowly. So this is still producing a lot of rain. And one more mention of the flash flood warning that's going. I just showed you the flash flood watch. Flash flooding will be possible through Saturday. This is the flash flood warning that we had pop up from Bernie, just to the north of Bulverde there, and includes Canyon Lake. So that's the green box. That flash flood warning will be until 7:30 this evening. Couple more inches of rain possible, so low water crossings, creeks, streams could be really starting to swell now, and there could be some high water within this green polygon, so something to be aware of as you're driving out on the roads. Adam Caskey is going to have another live look at radar and your full forecast coming up on the news at 5 and again at 6, and we'll continue to update you here on ksat.com as needed throughout the evening.